What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. We took a short little Chivalry 2 break, a little unintentional, but now I'm back to making the videos I've been playing. It's been a lot of fun. We're doing Dark Forest in this one, and we were full-blown targeting another player. He was getting the better of me this entire lobby, and most times I run into him. This is him right here, actually. EZ17 with the longsword. He got the better of me like almost every game we were playing, so I switched to defense purely to target him. Now, targeting is kind of an interesting thing, right? And what I mean by targeting is if you're not an archer, that's different. But if you're in melee and you see a player and you're going after them every time you see them, that's what I would consider targeting. Now, this happens to me a lot. It happens to a lot of level 1000s. I'm not saying because I'm like some great player. And by the way, it's very obvious when it's happening because it's a melee slasher. It's up close and personal. We see what each other look like. Like, I'll recognize a lot of players just based on their cosmetics unless they change them a lot. I'm not sure what other people's attitudes are when this happens to them, but mine has always been that you welcome the challenge because you kind of respect that someone is going after you because they do respect you as a player. Unless it's something like where they want to keep teabagging you or make your life miserable being toxic. And I do think those personal rivalries you develop, and we all have them if we've played enough, don't lie to me. I see it on Reddit all the time when people talk about this. I think it's one of the things that makes this game fun as it's a small community. That's one of the benefits of that. And EZ17 is a player I've been running into for a while now, and he's the longsword main, and I actually joined his stream when I noticed he had TTV in it after this for a little bit. And he's another console player as well, which I didn't realize, and he mains the longsword. So I really think you guys should check out his stream, which will be in the pinned comment. He's really just good vibes all around, which is the feeling I got playing against him. It was never like a disrespect thing, as I said. This is him right here. I was lucky. I think I got a lot of backup while the fight was going on. We are off to a cold start in this one, though, I'll say that. So yeah, definitely check him out. And let's get into the gameplay at long last as we're shaking off the rust here. Whenever I come back from a break, the game really does feel like I'm playing in slow motion. When I'm at my best, I feel like I'm seeing everything quickly, but looking back at this, I just feel like I wasn't really in the zone yet. I've been missing a lot of stabs, overheads. Those are the number one things I really do mess up when I've been on a break. And I think it honestly does take like a week of playing on and off to really get that muscle memory back. It's interesting. When there's only one real slasher out there that people are playing and there's no alternative, it's just you're not really going to get those same like instincts from something else. Like when you think about a shooter, like if I'm playing Call of Duty or something, right? And then I go play Battlefield, it does translate on some level even if they're different games. As I said, pretty cold start with a lot of deaths so far. Positioning is never my strong suit, sometimes by choice, like you guys know I talk about. How I've said it's fun to rush in sometimes. Pay attention here. There's an archer and a melee guy on the ground. You know we got to go for the melee guy. The archer guy is closer, but we make the calculated choice to go get the guy who's actually going to help the team, not the one who's not. But as I was saying, I think a lot of this really just does come down to getting more games in, because I need a few games to get back in the swing of it, get my game sense back. Not that it's too strong to begin with, but everything just feels off. And pretty cool moment here as we're fighting on a ledge, really close quarters. But I want you guys to pay attention to this. If you're on an edge, a lower level player is going to constantly go for kicks. I don't blame them. I think it looks cool when you kick someone off a ledge, but that's what a lot of them do. And this guy that I'm fighting with the Danax knows what he's doing a little better, but he doesn't go for that. And look at that. He's the one that ends up getting the kill. So just try and be conscious of that. If someone's going after you on a ledge, they're going to kick you. And if you're a lower level player that's trying to do that, I know the clip is probably cool, so if that's your goal, go for it. I totally understand that. I'm making content after all. But if you want the kill first and foremost, that's probably not the best play there. I did not remember this. Deja vu. We're going to do the same exact thing right again. And I didn't realize this in real time, but this is a viewer that messaged me and now I have added. We're going to get in like the most cinematic fight of all time. We're both on the brink of death fighting on this ledge. And I hope you clip this, baseball god, because you're going to get the better of a level 1000 with a beautiful overhead to stab feint that I fall for. Great kill. And those truly are the best moments in this game. And despite the loss, it was a really cool moment. So great kill. And now we have the mini boss in our sights. We're going to go after Easy 17. We're fighting each other while side by side against teammates. It's a pretty cool team fight, but very anticlimactic ending as he gets downed by a teammate. Would have liked to see if I could get him or if he could kill me, but this game really is just so chaotic sometimes that those moments where you do get those fights are so few and far in between. But hopefully we're going to get into some fights with him later. Stay tuned. This stage is just so odd to me. I'm never really sure where I should stand because it just feels like they're going to get around you no matter what. There's just too much open space on those sides. So a lot of the times what I end up doing is fighting underneath that little arch thing on defense and just kind of defend from there. So I know that stage is a little easy to win for attackers, but it's starting to feel like my team's starting to fold a little bit. And despite being in first right now, I don't think I'm having my best game. And this is a little disappointing because it does feel like I am kind of the reason we're losing and I'm letting them down a little bit. So this stuff does get in my head a little bit sometimes. So you guys know it goes against my very nature to run away from fights, so I turn around to try and reposition and fight this guy with the war club, but you'll never guess what happens next. This match was full of those movie moments that really make me love this game when it's Chivalry 2 at its best, and we're finally going to get that one-on-one against Easy 17 I've been looking for. He's getting me with some great hits here, but then I'm going to backstep his jab right there and use some good footwork, back up, stab, disarm, and then kill him. We of course hit him with the respect emote because do not get it twisted. I killed him there in a one-on-one, but in Coxwell, and I forget the map that was before that, he killed me in a similar situation at least 4 times that I can remember, but it was a great fight. He's just a really good player, guys. I really think you should check out his stream in the pinned comment because it's sizzling with good vibes, and hopefully we get some games in together in the future because after talking to him, he's a very cool guy. Here I see him again, but I'm just going to do the respect emote because I think I thought he was half health, so I just decided to do that, show him a sign of respect and keep going, but it actually looks like he was full health, so I probably shouldn't have done that, but he read the situation the same way it looks like, and we go about our separate ways. I declined Duke here. I feel like that's probably more fun for you guys when I do accept it, but I kind of like giving players that are lower level that don't really get to be it a lot a chance to do it. So now I think I made the right decision because when I see him sitting on the throne, that's a veteran move a lot of high levels do. It's kind of like a flex. I'm not afraid of the other team. And you don't see a lot of like lower levels do it. Usually they're running back and forth like they should to stay alive. But I was pretty confident this guy's a Chad at this point and that we should be okay. But yeah, I do feel a little bad I decline it a lot because I don't think it's as entertaining for you guys. I try and be genuine and stuff, and it's just like I'm not always feeling it, but more so it's just that I do think the lower levels, as I said, should get a chance to get it. So if someone really overperforms what they usually do, like that name I didn't really recognize, he's not nearly as high level as some of the other people. I feel like he should get a chance to do it. If you guys want to give your input on that in the comments, what you think about it. I would be curious, like if you want me to accept it more, if there's certain objectives you like when I accept it more, because I do like accepting it on Argon, for example, on Dayak Stronghold. But this one, I do think it was just a good call to give him a chance there. So we have this Duke defended like Fort Knox at this point. They have so many barricades and flags going. It really looks like they're just doing such a solid job. He doesn't even really have to be doing much. So he's doing the smart thing, not getting cocky and hanging back. And with just 30 seconds to go, he's at full health. So after fighting really hard for this win, we're going to get it done, guys. Really good game here. A lot of cool moments despite the mediocre stat line. I think I cut out it before it ended. It was like 70 takedowns, about 25 deaths, like 39 kills. So really not a great game individually, but this was a pretty fun one. Some cool moments. I love you guys so much. It's good to be back, and I'll see you tomorrow.